Welcome back to New Albany, everybody, after a long game one in which the Vikings ended up winning 9-6. We're ready to go here in game number two of the doubleheader. Cole Minks in left, Gabe Varney in center, Dawson Meyer at short, Jake Marlowe at first, Brennan Hogan on the mound, Ian Smith, the catcher, Cam Korsness at second, Ryan Thorsten at third, and Devin Brevig will be in right. And that lineup will face the pitcher Clay Olson. Clay Olson last year was 0-2, made 2 starts and 9 appearances, had a save, and a .937 ERA. Defensively for the Kee Hawks, Ethan Walliser in left, Tucker Kelsch in center, and Micah Reinke in right. At third base, Danny Brennan. At shortstop, Casey Carroll. At second base is Evan Whalen, and at first base is Brock Flack. Logan Flack behind the plate, and Clay Olson on the hill. Cole Minks was a very good table setter in game number one. He was on base 4 of 5 times, including 3 of 4 with a walk, and the first pitch of the game is out of the zone, and the pitcher, Clay Olson, falls awkwardly, and he is down as we speak. And he is in a lot of pain right now as Olson is grabbing his leg. Coach Olenzak over to check out the situation. Also a trainer now out on the field, and a very awkward situation and a very scary situation, and we hope for the best for Clay Olson as he is out in a lot of pain. At the bottom of the hill right now. He fell awkwardly and screamed out in pain a little bit as he is sitting down, and a trainer is attending to him as we speak. And he will probably be sitting up to a sitting position right now as the trainer still working on the left leg of Clay Olson. Never seen anything like that before, and boy, you hope the young man, he's going to be all right. And we'll take a time out here and be back with more after this. Clay Olson fell awkwardly and he is back on the hill, and it looks like he is going to be all right, all things considered. Don't know if that was perhaps even a cramping situation there. And we'll hope he is all right, and he looks like he's going to stay in the ballgame. Just never seen anything like that. He fell down and was in a lot of pain at the base of the mound as he delivered the first pitch of the game, which was out of the zone to Cole Minks. He's taking a few warm-up tosses, and I think he is going to be all right. We're just underway here in game number 2. Decorah won game number 1 of the doubleheader by a count of 9-6. They were down 3-0 and down 6-4 in the game. And it looks like Olson is going to be all right, but boy, that was a scary deal. Fell down awkwardly, and it looks like perhaps just a cramping situation. And by the way, since it is 8:40, we should pass this along because we're probably going to go back across the 10 o'clock barrier tonight to give the frequency to KWLC radio. If we do go past 10 o'clock, you're going to have to go to your computer and log on to KDECradio.com, and we will have the web stream only of that game as we will have that for you at that time. But it's 1-0 on Cole Minks. The 1-0 delivery is hit on the ground toward short. Charging there is Carroll. Barehand pickup, throws to first base, and they got him by a step. So Carroll, who had a tough game defensively in game number 1, gets the out to start the game, and Minks retired for only the second time in 6 at-bats. And Gabe Varney will be the batter. Varney, a 3-for-5 game in game number 1. He had a run scored and an RBI. Curveball grounded right back to the hill, and Olson will pick it up and throw on to first base. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 down in the inning for Dawson Meyer. Meyer batted in the 9-hole in game number 1. Moving up to the 3-hole here in game number 2. Dawson was on base 2 of 4 times with a single and an error, officially 1 for 4. Lights taking full effect as we got this thing going at around 8:35 tonight as the curveball skips well in front of the plate to Dawson Meyer. 1 ball, no strikes. Meyer getting the start at shortstop in this game as Brandon Hogan will get the ball for the Vikings. This pitch out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to count on Dawson Meyer. No score here in the top of the first inning. The 2-0 delivery in there for a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Jack Lynch calling the balls and strikes, and Bill Boyd working the base pass in this one. The 2-1 delivery is outside for 3 balls, 1 strike on Meyer. 3-1 to Dawson. Missed outside for ball 4. So Meyer becomes Decora's first base runner with the 2-out walk here in the 3rd. And the batter is Jay Marlowe. Marlowe, 1 for 3 officially, but reached base 3 times in game number 1. Walked and reached on an error, and a move to first base will send Meyer back diving to the bag. The Vikings ran a fair amount in game number 1, but most of the time it was in a 1st and 3rd situation. Olson comes set, and the first pitch to Marlowe goes low. 1 ball, no strikes. So 5 of the last 6 out of the zone from the right arm of Clay Olson. Olson, a junior right-hander, the 1-0, smacked into left and a base hit. Meyer will move to second on the play. First and second with 2 down, and Brandon Hogan with an opportunity to help his own cause. Hogan was 1 for 4 and scored a run in game number 1. Vikes won that one by a 9-6 margin. And it's 0-0 here in game number 2 as Olson throws outside. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The pause by Olson, the 1-0, is up for 2 balls, no strikes on Brandon Hogan. Pause by Olson, the 2-0, and that hit him. Hit him in the left bicep, and that'll load the bases. Meyer third, Marlowe second, Hogan first. And Ian Smith, the catcher, will get a chance as Andrew Benelli will be the courtesy runner at first base. Smith threw 4 2/3 innings of scoreless relief for the victory in game number 1 with the stick. He was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Ball in the dirt, hops away from Flack, the catcher, but not enough to warrant runner advancement. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. Up again, 2 balls, no strikes. So Olson got the first 2 batters out, then a walk, a single, and a hit by pitch. And that'll be Coach Moss visiting Olson on the mound. The catcher, Logan Flack, also a part of the conversation. It's 2 balls, no strikes right now on Ian Smith. The runner at third is Meyer. The runner at second is Marlowe. Andrew Benelli for Hogan at first. Pitch high from Olson. 3 balls, no strikes, the count on Ian Smith. And the 3-0 taken all the way is Ian for a strike, and we proceed at 3-1. Olson working out of the windup. And the 3-1 delivery is up for ball 4. Ian gets an RBI the easy way on the bases loaded walk. So 1 hit, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch gives Decorah an early lead in this one, 1-0, and Cam Korsnes will stand in. Korsnes batted 3-hole in game number 1, was 1 for 5 with an RBI, and Olson throws out of the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. There's a strike. It's 1-1. Swing and a fly ball into left field. Retreating is the left fielder, Ethan Walliser. He will make the catch to retire the side. A well-hit ball, but right at the left fielder. But the Vikes draw first blood. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, and 3 runners left on base. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. It is Decorah 1 and Kee High coming to bat. And the batting order for the Kee Hawks will be this way. Leading off will be the catcher, Logan Flack. Batting second, Micah Reinke in right. Clay Olson is at first base. Casey Carroll at short. Brock Flack at first base. Tucker Kelsch in center. Lewis Peters, the DH, for the second baseman, Evan Whalen. Ethan Walliser in left, and Danny Brennan will be at third base. That lineup will face Brandon Hogan. Hogan played shortstop in game number 1. This will be his first pitching on the varsity. Decorah defensively, a little bit different of a look than game 1. Cole Minks in left, Gabe Varney in center, Devin Brevig getting the start in right. Ryan Thorsten at third, Dawson Meyer at short, Cam Korsnes at second, Jake Marlowe at first, Ian Smith behind the plate, and Brandon Hogan on the hill. Logan Flack will lead things off. He had 3 of the 5 hits for the Kee Hawks in game number 1, including a double. A 3-for-4 game for him in the 9-6 victory for Decorah. Hogan ready to begin his varsity pitching career as the pitch swung on a fly ball towards left center field. Minks, the left fielder, is under it, but he'll yield it to Varney, and Varney didn't see it either. It lands behind him. Flack trying to go to third, now gets a stop sign from Coach Moss and hustles back to the bag at second. I don't think either Minks or Varney had a very good read on that one, and it ends up falling about 15 feet behind. Varney in left center field. So a misplayed double puts Walliser, a courtesy runner, at second with nobody out, and Micah Reinke will be the batter. Reinke 0 for 2, 2 walks in game number 1. He also scored 2 runs. So Hogan will work out of the stretch on pitch number 2, and he bloops one out in the right field. Underneath it is Devin Breving, and it lands between him and Varney. Walliser stayed put at second base. It's going to be a misplayed single to right as Brevig looked under that one, but unfortunately couldn't corral it. So first and second, they're actually going to give Devin an error on that one. So an E9 puts runners at first and second, and Clay Olson with an opportunity to help his own cause. He drew 3 walks and flew out to center in game number 1 as the pitch goes high. It is 1 ball, no strikes. So not the start you're wanting for Decorah. A 1-0 lead for the Vikings here in the bottom of the first inning as the pitch goes high. 2 balls, no strikes. Hogan in a pickle, throwing only his 5th pitch of the inning right here. 2-0, blown outside for 3 balls, no strikes. Hogan ready, 3-0. Fastball for a strike, it's 3-1. We proceed with the number 3 batter, Clay Olson, the cleanup hitter, Casey Carroll, on deck. 3-1, up for ball 4 as Hogan tried to overthrow it. So a misplayed double, an error, and a walk have loaded the bases here in the first inning. And Casey Carroll with golden opportunity for the Kee Hawks here in inning number 1. Carroll, the right-hand hitter, was 1 for 2, was hit twice in game number 1 and gets hit again. Got hit in the left tricep area with the bases loaded. That'll force home Walliser. Reinke goes to third, Olson to second. And Carroll down to first, still nobody out in the inning. And the batter is Brock Flack. Flack was 0 for 4 with an RBI in game number 1. He'll swing and miss at the first offering from Hogan. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 delivery. Curve. Missed inside. 1 ball. And 1 strike to count. Swing and a pop-up, shallow left center field. After it is Varney. He can't quite get there. He's going to pick it up, and he had a force play at third base, but the throw there was too late. It's going to be a bloop single to left for Brock Flack and a 2-1 lead for the Kee Hawks. Varney went after that one and couldn't corral it. He picked it up and kind of shuffled the ball to Dawson Meyer as he was heading out to left center in an attempt to catch the ball. And Varney noticed that Olson was barely off the bag. He probably could have gotten it out at third base as Tucker Kelsch will be the batter. And the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-1 Kee Hawks, bottom of the first of game number 2. It was a 9-6 victory in game number 1 for the Vikings. Pitch up, 2 balls, no strikes. So a struggle of a first inning all around here for Decorah. Hogan delivers and the pitch low again. 3 balls, no strikes, the count. Runner at third, Olson. Runner at second, Carroll. Runner at first is Flack. 3-0. Outside for ball 4. Kelsch gets the bases loaded walk to score Olson, to send Carroll to third, to send Flack to second, and to send Kelsch to first. And Brandon Hogan looks like he is going to perhaps get lifted as Joe Kanoki is into the game, I'd imagine. There'd be some sort of rotation. Nothing has been said yet. Kanoki has come into the game, and he will play third base for Ryan Thorsten, who perhaps will start warming up. So Kanoki will be the man at third base. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. A 3-1 lead for Lansing Key. And the batter will be Lewis Peters. Peters was 1 for 3 with a walk in game number 1. Carroll at third, Flack at second, and Kelsch at first. Pitch, a strike. 0-1. Oh, 1 from Hogan. Swinging a foul at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes as Decorah still looking for its first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Carroll third, Flack second, and Kelsch at first. Hogan ready, the 0-2 delivery. Curveball swung on, fouled straight back and out of play. Hitting the shed directly behind home plate, behind the backstop here. Nothing in 2, the count remains. Runners lead from their respective bases, and the pitch swung out and missed. Fastball in on the hands of Peters, and Peters becomes the first out of the inning. 1 down, base is still loaded. 3-1 Kee Hawks, bottom of the first, and the batter is Ethan Walliser. Walliser was 0 for 3, batting 9-hole in game number 1. He'll swing at the first one and foul it. Right side into the protective netting. No balls and one strike. Hogan gets the sign from Smith. Comes set. Squeezes on. Bunt up the first base side and foul. Nothing and 2 the count. Something you don't see too often there. The squeeze on with the bases loaded, but Walliser unable to put it between the chalk. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. 3-1 Kee Hawks, bottom of the first. Vikes won game 1-9-6. And a pitch, fastball in. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Walliser. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson from New Albany tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, swinging a foul back to the protective netting directly behind home plate. One ball, 2 strikes. The count remains on Walliser. Hogan comes set. And the 1-2 delivery hit towards the right side. Marlowe's going to pick it up, go to second for the first out, but no one covers first. So it'll end up being a fielder's choice. 3-6. With Flack moving to third and Carroll scoring, so Walliser gets an RBI. And that makes it a 4-1 lead for the Kee Hawks. And the batter will be Danny Brennan. Brennan played but did not bat in game number 1. First and third with 2 down, and a move to first base will send Walliser back diving to the bag. The runner at third is Flack. The runner at first is Walliser. Hogan comes set. And the pitch in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike from Brandon Hogan. Thorsten is warming up down in the bullpen. Move to first base, back to the bag, diving is Walliser. Again, we'll give you the warning. This game goes past 10 o'clock, which is looking highly likely. You'll have to go to KDECradio.com for continued coverage of the game. The 0-1 delivery piped in for a strike, and it's 0-2. 4-3-0 in the inning for the Kee Hawks. So after only getting 5 hits in game number 1, the Kee Hawks already with 3 hits here in game number 2. We're only in the bottom of the first inning. No balls, 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Danny Brennan. And Hogan steps off as a big lead was getting established by Walliser. No balls, 2 strikes. And now the runner is between first and second playing a little cat and mouse. The throw goes to Korsnes, to Marlowe. The run will score, and the throw back to second base is off the target. So the Kee Hawks able to steal a run there. Walliser got between first and second. Hogan stepped off. He threw to second base as Walliser got himself in a rundown. Flack was able to steal home, and Marlowe's throw to second base to try to get Walliser was off the mark. So a 5-run inning for the Kee Hawks here in the bottom of the first, and the pitch inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Danny Brennett. 5-1 score. Kee Hawks leading here in the first inning. Pitch, swing, and a pop-up foul. Third base side off the protective netting in front of the Kee Hawk dugout. Fastball inside from Hogan. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. The pitch inside again. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Danny Brennett. 5-1 the score. Kee Hawks lead it here in the first. Hogan ready in the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Long first inning for Decorah. 5 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 left. 1 inning done here in game number 2. It is a Kee Hawk lead of 5-1. Top of the second inning we go. It's a 5-1 lead for the Kee Hawks here in game number 2. The Vikings are going to send Brandon Hogan to the plate here. Thorson is the due hitter. And Hogan batted in the inning, so Decorah is right now is hitting out of order. And guess I don't know what's going on here. Ian Smith is due next, and frankly, I don't know what's going on here. Thorson was the due hitter as the pitch high to Hogan. It's 3 balls and no strikes to count. Don't know if anybody in the Kee Hawk dugout has a scorebook, but there's a walk to Hogan. A runner at first and nobody out, and Andrew Benelli is going to be the batter. This is very confusing here. Ian Smith already batted, and he drew a bases-loaded walk in the first inning. Benelli will run for Hogan at first base. As the pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes on Ian Smith. I'm not sure. There is a Kee Hawk coach looking at the scorebook in the dugout, and I think he's going to come out and discuss this whole situation. Jim Moss is going to come out and talk to Jack Lynch, the umpire, and yeah, there's Hogan ended up leading off this inning. The due batter was Thorsten, and he was the 8 hitter. So Decorah was hitting out of order, and Hogan got on first, and then Smith was batting, and Korsnes is on deck, and those 3 have already batted here in this game, but granted, and Jack Lynch, the home plate umpire, Coach Moss, Coach Olenzak, all discussing the situation. That's where This is I'm confused. Hogan walked on 4 pitches to get the inning, and I think what you have to do in this situation is say it's basically you might have to restart the inning with Thorsten as the batter. I don't understand what the confusion is. It's pretty cut and dried, at least on my scorecard. Kanoki came in for Thorsten, and played third base as Thorsten went out to warm up. Thorsten was the due hitter. And now there's a lot of confusion taking place right now. Jack Lynch and Coach Moss and Coach Olenczak discussing the situation right behind home plate. So Brandon Hogan has batted twice in this game already. The only question is, what do you do to remedy this situation right now? It's a 5-1 lead for the Kee Hawks here in the top of the second inning. Smith will now leave. The situation, and Devin Breving will be the batter. So Smith, there will be 1 out in the inning for batting. So the runner will stay at first. There will be 1 out in the inning for batting out of order, and Devin Brevig will be the batter. So, yeah, I didn't know what was going on there. And moved to first base, and Benelli back in there. Hogan batted after getting hit by a pitch in the first inning, and hey, DeCourt's just got to be more on top of it from all ends of things there. The 1-0 delivery, a slowly hit ground ball. Charging at third is Danny Brennan. He's going to throw to first base to retire Breving, with Benelli moving up to second on the play. 2 down in the inning. And the batter will be Cole Minks. Minks grounded to short in the first, 0 for 1. 2 down in the inning, and Minks will be the batter. Minks grounded to short in the first, 0 for 1. And the pitch goes high. It's 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch swinging a foul back, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 5-1 Kee Hawks. Bases loaded, hit by a pitch, RBI single, bases loaded walk, RBI fielder's choice, and a steal of home. Got the runs home in the bottom of the first inning. As the pitch goes low, it's 2 balls and 1 strike count. The pause and a swing and a foul at the plate for Minks, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Two and 2 with 2 down. The pitch low. It's now 3-2 on Minks, with Benelli, the runner, at second base. The pause and the 3-2. Swinging a foul on the plate. That one got the mask of Jack Lynch behind the plate. 5-1 Kee Hawks. Here in the top of the second inning of game number 2. Game number 1 went to Decorah. 9-6 as the pitch goes high for ball 4. Minks moves down to first base. Benelli will be at second. And Gabe Varney will be the batter. Varney grounded to the pitcher in the first inning, 0 for 1. Swinging a pop-up foul, third base side, not a play. It is no balls and 1 strike. The pause, the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Varney. Another pause and a 1-1. Smack towards right center field and a base hit. Benelli rounding third. He's going to come to the plate. He will score without a play, and a 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks. Varney with a single to center to score Andrew Benelli. And the batter will be Dawson Meyer. First and second with 2 down. Meyer was walked and scored in the first inning. So Decorah scored 11 runs tonight, all total, and 5 of them have come with 2 outs. As the pitch to Meyer, high and tight, 1 ball, no strikes. Olson delivers, and the curve in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. A ball and a strike with 2 down. The ground ball is hit toward short. Carroll will field there. He'll throw on to first base to get Meyer, and the side is out here in the second inning. So 1 run scores on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. 1.5 done. It's 5-2 Kee Hawks. Welcome back to New Albany, a 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks here in the bottom of the second inning. Kee Hawks batted around in the first, scoring 5 runs with a lot of help from Decorah. 2 walks, a hit batter, and 2 errors. Logan Flack fouls it away. Right side, not a play, no balls and 1 strike. 5-3-0 for the Kee Hawks. 2-2-1 for Decorah. The 0-1 delivery is a breaking ball for a strike on the inside edge, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Decorah won game 1, 9-6. Ian Smith 4 2/3 of scoreless relief. 3 hits for Minks and Varney in that game, as that one hammered down the left field line but foul. So it's no balls and 2 strikes yet on Logan Flack. Hogan ready, and the 0-2 again. Curveball swung on and missed. Was a bit of a hanger, but Flack couldn't get the timing down. Third strikeout for Brennan. And there's 1 down here in the inning. Micah Reinke will be the batter. Reached on an error and scored in the first. And Reinke smacks one towards third. Caught in the air there by Kanoki. A good job there by Joe. He went ahead and made the throw just in case. Always got to appreciate a kid that leaves the umpire to the umpires. In case that was ruled a trap instead of a catch, Kanoki threw it over to make sure. Good lesson. As the pitch swung on and missed by Clay Olson. No balls and one strike. 5-2 Kee Hawks here in the bottom of the second inning. The 0-2 or 0-1 delivery, low from Hogan. It's one ball and one strike. One and one the count. Hogan wheels and deals, and the 1-1 delivery is a fastball up. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one. Swinging a foul back to the screen. It's 2-2. Seen a lot of early season baseball tonight. Nobody's going to have everything figured out all told on May the 24th. If you did, you wouldn't need to play the rest of the season, but no matter what the results of either of these games are tonight, both these teams got a long way to go. 2-2 delivery, curveball missed inside, and now it's 3-2. Brandon could definitely use the 1-2-3 inning after struggling mightily in the bottom of the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. Hogan with the 3-2 missed outside for ball 4. Third walk for Hogan to go along with a hit batter. And a courtesy runner. Jack Mooney will run at first base for Clay Olson. And Casey Carroll will be the batter. Hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Scored himself in the first inning. A 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks as we play at the bottom of the second here in Game 2. Decorah won Game 1 by a 9-6 margin. The pause by Hogan and the pitch. Curveball. Jack Lynch started to raise his right arm, but had second thoughts. 1 ball, no strikes. Hogan comes settled, lead at first by Mooney, and the pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. One and one with 2 down. Pike's trying to get a goose egg on the line score for the first time in this game. Either way, as the pitch missed inside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Casey Carroll. Two one, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is Wild on the cleanup hitter for the Kee Hawks. A 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 delivery, low and inside, hops away from Smith to his left, but not enough to warrant runner advancement. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Hogan got the first 2 batters of this inning, but struggling here now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. The runner will be going. Actually, he doesn't, and the pitch is hammered into the Lansing and New Albany Knight, but foul. So Carroll hit it well, but got around way early on it. Three balls, two strikes to count. Runner will be moving the pitch outside, ball 4, as Hogan walks another. Way too many free passes being given. 4 walks and a hit batsman thus far. The Vikes walked 7 men and hit 2 batters in game number 1 despite winning that game. And the pitch high and tight to Brock Flack, who had an RBI single and scored himself in the first inning. 1 ball, no strikes to count with 2 down. Hogan ready, the 1-0 in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. A 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks. Hogan ready, and the 1-1. Swing and a miss, got him to chase. A high off-speed pitch. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1-2 the count. A look back at second. And the 1-2 delivery. Pitch swung on and missed. So Hogan gets out of it in the second inning. 2 walks, 2 runners left. There are 2 innings complete as we go to the third. It is a 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks. A 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks as we start things here in the top of the third inning. Other results from tonight in Decorah sports. Of course, the Decorah baseball team won the first game tonight, 9-6. Across town tonight, the Kee Hawks softball team defeated Decorah 12-0 in 3 innings. And in girls soccer tonight, Decorah defeated West Delaware by a 4-0 margin. Jake Marlowe will be the batter to start things here in the third. Marlowe singled to left in the first and takes a curve from Olson for a strike, 0-1. And another breaking ball and another strike called. And it's 0-2 now on Marlowe. The 0-2. Missed outside on the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Olson has given up 3 walks, or 4 walks, and he hit a man as well. 1-2 delivery, swung on and missed at a curve. 1 down, nobody on. And the batter will be Brandon Hogan. Hogan actually batting for the 3rd time. Vikes got away with 1 batter batting out of order in the second inning as he swings and misses at a breaking ball, 0-1. Hogan hit by a pitch in the first, walked and scored in the second. His courtesy runner Benelli scored as the pitch swung on and fouled back. And it's no balls and 2 strikes to count. And a swing and a miss at a breaking ball. And a good morning, good afternoon, and good night in the pitcher against pitcher matchup. 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Ian Smith. Smith drew a bases-loaded walk in the first. As the breaking ball goes low, 1 ball, no strikes. "5-2 Kee Hawks here in the third. Pitch high and tight. 2 balls, no strikes on Ian Smith. Swing and a miss by Ian. Olson fell down on the first pitch and must have cramped up, but ever since that time he's been all right. Pitch swung on and fouled away. Right side and out of play. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild on the Decorah catcher. Five-2 Kee Hawks as we play the third. 2-2 with 2 down. The pitch blown away and in the dirt. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes on Smith. Offense was there in game number 1. For Decorah, that's your main positive you took away from tonight. The 3-2 delivery, low for ball 4. But when you talk about the giving of free bases, that's something that both these teams have a lot of work to do. Cam Korsnes will be the batter. Korsnes flew out to left in the first, and Bryce Hosting will courtesy run for Smith at first base. Bryce hasn't been out for baseball in the last couple of years. Decided to give it another shot here this summer. I believe 11 seniors on the squad for Decorah this year, and that's pretty remarkable total when you really get down to it. Credit for the kids. As the pitch swung on and missed, it's no balls and 1 strike. The way it's getting to be, there's every reason for kids not to keep playing after they got their diploma, but these kids want to, and they want to be here. 0-1 delivery is a fastball up. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One and 1 the count, and a move to first base, and Hosting back to the bag diving. Hosting competed in the distance medley relay down at state track meet last week. 1-1 delivery, and that got Cam Korsnes in the neck as he tried to spin out of the way of that one, but fortunately it was a curveball and didn't have a lot of velocity on it. Cam looking no worse for the wear as he makes his way down to first base, and Joe Kanoki will get a chance. Joe batting for the first time in this game. First and second, 2 down, third inning, a 5-2 lead for the Kee Hawks as the pitch goes inside from Olson. One and 0 the count with 2 down. The 1-0 to Kanoki is low, 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 the count, first and second. With 2 down as the pitch at the letters is taken for a strike by Joe. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. 2-1 delivery, swung on, loop towards center and a base hit. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Bryce Hosting. The throw from center field is over the head of the catcher. Kelsch now trying to get to third will be Korsnes, and Korsnes going to be thrown out from the pitcher Olson to the third baseman Danny Brennett. Kanoki gets the RBI single to score Hosting, the courtesy runner for Smith. As the ball went over the head of the catcher Logan Flack, Korsnes tried to get to third, and he was a dead duck by the time he got there. 8-2-5 on the putout, or 8-1-5 on the putout of Korsnes. But 1 run scores on 1 hit, no errors and 2 runners left. 2.5 done, 5-3 Kee Hawks. Bottom of the third inning we go, a 5-3 lead for the Kee Hawks. A reminder, coming up here in about 20 minutes, AM 1240 KW or KDEC will yield the frequency to KWLC. If you want to keep listening to this game, head to your computer and go to KDECradio.com. Go to the sports section, get the Meridex site, and listen in at that location. As Tucker Kelsch looks at the first one high, 1 ball, no strikes. He drew a bases loaded walk in the 5-run first. As Hogan misses again, and it's 2 balls, no strikes on Tucker Kelsch. Five-3 Kee Hawks here in the bottom of the third. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 2-1. We're about an hour into this one. We took about 2:40 to play game number 1. 2-1 with nobody out. The pitch in there for a strike, and it's 2-2 now. Vikes will go to Mason City on Thursday, assuming this game's done by then. 2-2 the count, nobody on, nobody out, and a breaking ball missed outside. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Fortunately, you got a lot of seniors on this squad that don't have to get up for school tomorrow. The 3-2 swung on and missed. Good changeup. Hogan does have 5 strikeouts thus far. 1 down here in the inning. And the batter is Lewis Peters. Peters struck out swinging in the first, 0 for 1. And I guess for the juniors and the sophomores and the underclassmen, you got coming back. As Peters takes a curve for a strike, 0-1. You do have the late start due to the in-service tomorrow, but kids better sleep fast tonight. The 0-1 delivery, outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. 0-2 with 1 down. Hogan ready, and the 0-2 offering. Fastball swung on and missed. A good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Peters. And there's 2 down here in the inning. I think what you're seeing out of Hogan is kid can bring it reasonably well. He just has to be more consistent with his command and his control. 2 down in the inning. And a curve is in there for a strike to Ethan Walliser. Walliser reached on an error, or reached on a fielder's choice to allow a run to score in the first inning. 0-1 delivery, outside corner with the fastball taken for strike 2. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2, a 2 down here in the inning. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Hogan strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the 4th. It is a 5-3 lead for the Kee Hawks. Again, here at about 15 minutes when AM 1240 KDEC goes off the air, you'll have to head to your computer, go to the sports section of KDECradio.com to hear the coverage of this one as Devin Brevig starts things here in the 4th inning, and Breving looks at a strike, 0-1. He grounded to third his first time up in the second, 0 for 1. 0-1 delivery goes low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch low, 2 balls and 1 strike to count. A check swing down to first base, and Bill Boyd says incomplete. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. 2-1 delivery to Brevig. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2 now. Two and 2 the count. The pitch low. It's 3-2. A lot of pitches here in this one for both squads. Lost a little track, in all honesty. The 3-2 delivery inside, ball 4. Brevig will reach to start things here in the 4th inning. And Coach Moss is going to be out to perhaps make a pitching change here. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. We'll tell you about the changes next. After the leadoff walk here in the 4th inning, Olson will be done. He'll move to second base. Second baseman Evan Whalen will move from second base to center field. Tucker Kelsch will move from center field to catcher, and Logan Flack will move from catcher to pitcher. Flack, a year ago, was 4-3 and had a 6.30 ERA, and opponents hit .331 against him. He'll try to put out the Viking Fires here in the fourth inning. Top of the order, and Cole Minks will be due. It's a 5-3 lead for the Kee Hawks as we play the top half of the fourth inning again. We're pushing up that 10 o'clock hour. So instead of keeping on the frequency, we'll let the folks at Luther College take over, and we will be online only at KDECradio.com. KDECradio.com. Go to the sports section, and you can listen to the rest of this one. So Olson gives up 3 hits in his 3+ innings. 3 runs to this point. All have been earned. It's been more of a case of walks and hits batters. 6 walks and 2 hit batters for Olson in 3+ innings. So Flack now on the hill. Runner at first, nobody on. The pitch to Cole Minks is popped foul. Third base side, not a play. No balls, 1 strike. Count on Minks, who grounded to short in the first and walked in the second inning. Each team with 3 hits. Kee Hawks leading the stat that counts by a 5-3 margin. 0-1 and a curveball down and in. It is 1 ball, 1 strike now on Minks. One. Minks squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball. It gets through the wickets of the catcher Kelsch. So down to second base will go the runner Brevik. So 2 balls, 1 strike, count on Minks now. And a 5-3 lead for the Kee Hawks here in the fourth. Decorah won game 1, 9-6. 2-1 delivery, smack down the left field line, foul. Just to the left of the chalk up the third base side. Cole came within a whisker of trading places with Devin out at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The pause, the 2-2. Chopper towards third. Brennan Fields, even with the bag, throws to first base to get Minks. 1 down in the inning with Brevig staying at second base. And the batter will be Gabe Varney. Varney 1 for 2, grounded to the pitcher in the first inning. And had an RBI single in the third. All 3 runs for Decorah have come with 2 outs. The pitch low. 1 ball, no strikes. Chopper towards second. Fielded there by Clay Olson. Throws on to first base to get Varney. And there's 2 down in the inning for Dawson Meyer, but 2 outs have been money time in the last 3 frames for Decorah. All of their 3 runs here in game 2 have come with 2 outs. Dawson Meyer will look to continue that trend. Walked and scored in the first, grounded to short in the second. Pitch a strike, 0-1. Working out of the stretch is Flack, and the pitch, ground ball towards third, fielded there by Danny Brennan, and a throw on to first base, dropped at first base by Brock Flack over there, and that will allow the run to score to make it a 5-4 ball game. Brennan made a nice play, and it was a relatively easy toss to handle, but Flack might have squeezed his glove a trifle early. Second error, or first error on the Kee Hawks in this game. 2 errors on Decorah in this game as the pitch outside to Jake Marlowe. All 4 runs have scored with 2 outs. And now 7 of the overall 13 runs Decorah has scored tonight have come with 2 outs. 0-1 inside, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. So it's a 5-4 game here in the top half of the 4th inning. Flack delivers low. DeMeyer takes off. Throw down to second base is over the head of everybody. Meyer now bluffs going off the bag at second base as the center fielder, Whalen, was alertly backing up there at second base. Meyer took 3 steps off the bag, and had the shortstop or the second baseman been there, he might have been in a little trouble. Fortunately for Decorah, he wasn't. 2 balls, 1 strike to count on Marlowe, and the pitch in there for a strike. It's 2-2 now on Jake. Two and 2 the count. The pitch, ground ball towards the mound, picked up there by Flack, and he'll throw on to first base to retire Marlowe on the side here in the 4th inning. 1 run, 0 hits, 1 error, 1 left, halfway home here in game number 2. It's a 5-4 lead for Kee High. Again, within the next few minutes, AM 1240 KDEC will leave the air and yield to AM 1240 KWLC. At that time, we invite you to go to the sports section of KDECradio.com and listen to the rest of this broadcast. That's the way we'll handle it if we're in this situation in the regular season. Been a long night. Game 1 went darn near 2 hours and 40 minutes. Vikes ended up with a 9-6 win. Ian Smith getting the win in relief with 4 2/3 innings of scoreless relief in that game. Gabe Varney and Cole Minks each with 3 hits apiece. Kee Hawks got 5 in the first inning of this one. The Vikes with single tallies in each of the first 4 innings. Hogan has settled down after a rocky start. A bunt attempt foul off the bat of Danny Brennan. No balls and 1 strike. Brennan struck out swinging to end that 5-run first. No balls and 1 strike. Four walks and a hit batter for Hogan, but he does have his fair share of strikeouts as a curveball taken on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2 now. Hogan does have 7 strikeouts to go along with his wildness, so a little Nuke Lelouch stuff going on tonight. The 0-2 delivery is inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. For those of you that still remember 80s movies, or baseball classics for that matter. The 1-2 delivery from Hogan, high and tight again on the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Danny Brennan. State place winner in the 800 at track last week. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The 2-2 delivery outside corner, strike 3 called, and Hogan has now struck out the last 5 batters he has faced. 8 strikeouts for Hogan on the night. And John Flack will be the batter. Or, I'm sorry, Logan Flack will be the batter. Started as the catcher, is now the pitcher. And Hogan looks at the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. Logan Flack with a double and a run scored in the first inning and struck out swinging in the second. The 1-0 delivery, high and tight again. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Logan Flack. It's a 5-4 lead for the Kee Hawks. Again, here within a minute or two, when you get static on your radio, head to your computer to hear the rest of this game. Ground ball left side, backhand stop made by Dawson Meyer at short, on to first base, and in with the head first slide is Logan Flack. The throw was over the head of Jake Marlowe at first base, but Flack would have been in there anyway. And Josh Walliser will courtesy run for Flack at first, and Flack might have injured himself a little bit diving into the bag. Five for the score. Kee Hawks on top. That's only the third hit for the Kee Hawks. The batter is Micah Rinke. Reached on an error in the first, grounded to third in the second. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Keep bearing down, Ken. Let's go.
Hogan, as we mentioned, has battled back nicely after a rocky start. The ball's 1 strike to count. Hogan comes set, and the 0-1 delivery. Chopper towards first. Marlowe will go to second. Meyer makes the put out there. Return throw to first, not in time.
Good work, D. Good work.
Blake's able to get the lead runner as Walliser retired 3-6. 2 down in the inning. And the batter will be Clay Olson. Olson has drawn 2 free passes in this game. Once in the first, he scored there. And he drew a free pass in the second. He's been up 6 times in the doubleheader and has drawn 5 walks. Five for Kee Hawks here in the bottom of the 4th as the pitch inside from Hogan. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 delivery, curveball. Jack Lynch almost pulled the trigger, but didn't quite connect. The safety must have been on. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Good lead at first base by the runner, Reinke, and the pitch a strike from Hogan. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now. As we are now exclusively on KDECradio.com. Runner goes, pitch swung on, fouled away. Right side now to play. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
The only one that matters is at the plate. Let's go.
2-2 with 2 down. Reinke off of first. Hogan comes set. 2-2 delivery, looped high. Now we go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. Runner takes off. 3-2 delivery. Little number up the third base side. Charging there is Joe Kanoki. He'll pick it up. He'll throw to first base. The throw is wild. Knocked down there by Marlowe. Moving up to third base on the throw will be Reinke. And Coach Olenczak out to argue that the ball hit the batter's foot, and now Jack Lynch and Bill Boyd are going to have a discussion, and now Jack Lynch is going to say it's a foul ball. Out of all of that, the count will remain 3 balls, 2 strikes. That, boys and girls, is why you do your scorecard in pencil. Runner goes again, 3-2, taken for strike 3. Hogan with 9 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 left, 4 innings complete. It's a 5-4 lead for the Kee Hawks. A 5-4 lead for Kee High as we go to the top half of the 5th inning, now exclusively on KDCRadio.com. It's been a long night of baseball. We'll be with you again next week as Decorah will take on New Hampton to open up conference play a week from tonight. It'll be next Tuesday, 5:30 start. We'll have both those games from Michelson Park in New Hampton. And then the Vikings home opener will be a week from tomorrow night as they take on South Wind. Brandon Hogan will start things here in the 5th inning, trying to help his own cause. He's battled back well after a rocky start on the mound as the pitch goes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Hogan hit by a pitch in the 1st, walked and scored in the 2nd, and struck out swinging in the 3rd. He's batting for the 4th time as Vikes had a little bit of a mental block and batted out of order in the 2nd inning, but Kee Hawks didn't catch it till the 2nd batter. As the pitch goes outside, it's now 3-0 on Hogan. 5-4 lead for the Kee Hawks. They scored all 5 runs in the bottom of the 1st inning. The pitch in there for a strike, and it's now 3-1. Decorah won game 1 and come from behind fashion by a 9-6 margin. 3-1 the count, and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle past the diving Carroll and into center field for a base hit. So Hogan reaches for the 3rd time and 4 at-bats. And the batter will be Ian Smith. Smith has been on base twice. Walked with the bases loaded in the 1st inning and walked, and his courtesy runner Bryce Hosting scored in the 3rd inning. And Andrew Benelli will run at first base for Hogan. Squaring to bunt is Smith, and he'll pull it back and take the pitch low and outside and in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. The hit a moment ago by Hogan, the 4th of the game for Decorah. Smith squares to bunt. Nice one down the 3rd base side. Picked up there by Flack, the pitcher, and he'll throw to first base with Brock Flack covering. A 1-3 sacrifice good, and Benelli moves up to second base. 1 down, runner at second for Korsnes. Korsnes flew out to left in the 1st, hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Vikes with single tallies in each of the first 4 innings. The pitch swinging a foul into the glove of the catcher, Tucker Kelsch. No balls, 1 strike to count. Benelli off of second. Flack comes set, and the pitch, a fastball up. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now. One and 1 the count. The 1-1 delivery, and that got Korsnes. Got him in the left shoulder. So Korsnes will move down to what was a vacant first base. 1 down in the inning, and Joe Kanoki will be the batter. In his only at-bat of the game, he got an RBI single with 2 outs in the 3rd. Benelli the runner at second, Korsnes the runner at first. All 4 runs for Decorah have come with 2 outs. We'll see if Kanoki can't change that trend as they'll look at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Joe trying to keep his batting average perfect for 2016. Flack ready, and the pitch swung on and missed at a curve. A ball and a strike, the count on Kanoki. Flack ready, 1-1. Swinging a pop-up foul over the third base Kee High dugout. Not a play, so now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Temperature has cooled, and it's turned into a real comfortable night. To watch high school baseball starting in the 80s, going to be mid-60s. They're talking rain tomorrow, but they're talking rain after 3 a.m. Haven't seen any tonight, though. As the pitch goes low, 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. With the tight, compact schedule that Iowa high school baseball teams play, it's never good to lose games this early in the season. 2-2, well outside. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes now with Devin Brevig on deck. 5-4 lead for the Kee Hawks, but the Vikes threatening again here in the 5th. Flack ready. And the pitch low for ball 4. So now the bases will be loaded. Coach Moss out of the third base dugout for the Kee Hawks, and perhaps another pitching change forthcoming. It looks like we'll look at the changes here in a moment. Let's take a time out and look at the changes here in a moment. Bases loaded, 1 down, top of the 5th. Kee Hawks leading 5-4. Danny Brennan moves from third base to pitcher. And Lewis Peters will move from DH to third base. Tucker Kelsch moves from catcher to center field. And Logan Flack moves from pitcher back to catcher. So I think that's all the changes we have as of right now. So Evan Whalen, who was getting hit for, has to leave the game when the DH enters the game. Trevor Phillips is going to bat for Devin Brevig here with the bases loaded and 1 down in the 5th inning. Five for the score. Kee Hawks on top. Phillips will bat with Benelli at third, Korsness at second, and Kanoki at first. Trevor looks at the first pitch outside from Danny Brennan. Brennan, no pitching statistics from a year ago. The 1-0, grounded foul. That's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Flack faces the Vikings 1 time through the order, only gave up 1 hit. But he walked 2 and hit a man. Pitch swung on, popped up, center field. Coming on is the center fielder Kelch. He'll make the catch. Benelli will tag. The throw to the plate is not in time. A sacrifice fly for Trevor Phillips, and it's a 5-5 game. So Phillips with the sacrifice fly to score Benelli. The Vikes with a single tally in each of the 5 frames. And Cole Minks will be the batter. Korsness at second, Kanoki at first. Minks has 0 for 2 in this game. A walk in the second, sandwiched between 2 groundouts. And a pitch in there for a strike from Brennan. No balls and 1 strike. That run charged to Flack. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. As Minks went fishing after the curveball without any bait. No balls, 2 strikes, count with 2 down. We're in the top of the 5th inning of a 5-5 game. The pitch, swinging a pop-up, third base side. The catcher, Logan Flack, came over and ran out of real estate. It hit the protective netting above the Kee High dugout. It went down into his glove. He showed it tongue-in-cheek to Jack Lynch, the umpire, who him and a couple of other people get a little chuckle out of that. No balls, 2 strikes, the count on Cole Minks. The 0-2 delivery. Missed outside for 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Minks. Away from second, Korsnes. Away from first is Kanoki, and the pitch just missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. 5-5 game here in the top of the 5th inning. 5-4-1 each side. The 2-2 swinging a pop-up foul. Right side and out of play. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two delivery, swing and a foul tip at the plate. Minks able to get a piece of it. Barely drawing iron there. 2-2 the count, and the pitch flowing in the dirt, and now everyone will be moving. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Minks with a pretty good battle here, as this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat from Brennan. Away from second is Korsnes. Away from first is Kanoki. They'll be moving. The 3-2 outside corner, strike 3 called. But the Vikes tie up the game on the sacrifice fly from Phillips. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors and 2 runners left on base. We are 4.5 innings complete. It's 5-5. Decorah and Kee High. Bottom of the 5th inning we go. It's a 5-5 game between Decorah and Kee High. Vikes won game 1 of the doubleheader 9-6. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due for the Kee Hawks against Brandon Hogan, who has battled back well after a rocky first inning. He gave up all 5 of the first inning. Hasn't walked anybody since the second, the 0-1. And there for a strike, and it's 0-2, but he also has struck out 9, only given up 3 hits thus far. And in that inning, only 2 of the runs have been earned. The pitch goes high. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you can get out of this inning unscathed, you do have hitters 2, 3, and 4 doing the top of the 6th for Decorah. The 1-2 delivery is low. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Casey Carroll. 5-5 the score. Two-two delivery, curveball taken up. Three balls, 2 strikes. Carroll has been hit by a pitch and walked, and now he strikes out, taking a fastball at the letters on the inner half, and now it's a double-digit strikeout night for Brandon Hogan. Ten strikeouts for Hogan to go along with the 4 walks. And Brock Flack will be the batter. RBI single and a run scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second inning. This pitch goes outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 delivery, swing and a miss. It is 1 ball, 1 strike count on Flack. One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. A breaking ball inside for 2 balls and 1 strike. And breaking ball goes low again. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Three and 1 with 1 down. The 3-1 delivery, swing and a miss, got him to chase a fastball up and in. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Three and 2, 1 down, nobody on, and the 3-2 delivery. Swinging a fly ball deep left center field. After it is Gabe Varney. He's under it and he makes the catch. Great jump out in center field for Gabe Varney. And he runs it down in left center for the second out of the inning. That's probably one of the harder hit balls off of Hogan tonight. But nothing but an L8 in the scorebook. 2 down in the inning, and Tucker Kelsch will be the batter. Kelsch looks the pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. He threw a bases-loaded walk in the first and struck out swinging in the third. 5 in the first for the Kee Hawks, and single tallies in each of the 5 innings for Decorah. Pitch in there for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hogan has had 1, 2, 3 innings. That was back in the third, and he struck out the side in that frame. 1-1 delivery, breaking ball in there for a strike on the inside edge to the left-hand hitting Kelsch. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a breaking ball taken for strike 3. Hogan now with 11 strikeouts. He has kept the Kee Hawks off the board since the first. And it's a 1-2-3 5th inning. We head to the 6th. It's a 5-5 game. Top of the 6th inning we go. Vikes have scored in every frame. It's a 5-5 game. Gabe Varney swings the first pitch and fouls one third base side and out of play. It is no balls and 1 strike. Varney, after a 3-hit game in game number 1, is 1 for 3 with an RBI here in game number 2. Vikes got a run in the first inning, a run in the second inning. Bases loaded walk to Smith in the first, 2-out RBI single for Varney in the second. A curve for a strike, and it's 0-2. 2-out RBI single for Kanoki in the third. A fielding error in the 4th inning, and a sacrifice fly by Trevor Phillips in the 5th inning as Varney pops one foul third base side. After it is Flack makes a heck of an effort, but can't quite get there as he dove right in front of the Decorah dugout. No balls, 2 strikes, the count remains. Oh, and 2 as the train is off in the distance as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Varney. Meyer and Marlowe to follow. Vikes with only 4 hits after pounding out 12 in game number 1. 1-2 delivery, breaking ball outside for 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count on Varney. Leading off things here in the top of the 6th inning, and the pitch swung on and missed. Brennan gets the strikeout of Varney. Brennan's now retired all 3 men that he has faced. 1 down in the inning, and the batter is Dawson Meyer. All 5 runs came in the 1st inning for Kee High. With the help of 2 walks, 1 hit batter, and 2 Decorah errors. Dawson Meyer looks the first one down and away on a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Meyer walked in the 1st, grounded to short in the 2nd, and reached on an error in the 4th. 1-0. Fastball inside for 2 balls and no strikes. Two-0 delivery. That's up, and it's 3 balls, no strikes. Identical totals, 5, 4, and 1 for each side to this point. And the pitch outside corner for a strike as Dawson was taken all the way. Marlowe in the on-deck circle. Decorah has scored a run in each of the frames to this point. 3-1, pitch to Dawson, smack towards right center field. That one will be a base hit, and it's bobbled out in right field by Micah Reinke. Meyer will put the brakes on at first base. He's on for the 3rd time in this game. A runner at first, 1 down for Jake Marlowe. Marlowe 1 for 3, a single to left in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 3rd, and grounded to the pitcher in the 4th. 5-5 the score in the top half of the 6th inning. Pitch to Jake, no sign of bunting, and he probably won with 1 out as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. Outside again, it's 2 balls and no strikes. The base hit by Meyer was the first base runner that Brennan has allowed in the 4 batters that he has seen in this game. The pitch in there for a strike. It's 2-1 on Marlowe. Runner goes, pitch swung on, fly ball, center field. Charging in is Kelsch. He will make the catch. Hustling back to first is Dawson Meyer. He'll be there with 2 down. So 2 down, and a runner at first, and Brandon Hogan with an opportunity to help his own cause. Brennan trying to keep the Vikes off the scoreboard in an inning for the first time in Game 2. Hogan has had his courtesy runner score twice tonight. Runner goes, pitch taking a strike, throw down to second base. In safe with a head-first slide is Dawson Meyer. As the throw 1 hop to the shortstop Carroll. It's 0-1 on Hogan. And Hogan with the 2-out RBI opportunity. Again, Decorah has scored 4 of their 5 runs with 2 outs in this game. The 0-1 delivery swung on and missed as Hogan went fishing for a curveball. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2. A little low, 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Oh, 2. Popped foul, first base side and out of play. Dylan Korsness making a nice play over there. Protecting the family. Good for him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Hogan reaches it foul and out of play once again. As he went after the curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two delivery. Blown outside for 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Five game here in the 6th. 2-2 delivery. Swinging a pop-up foul as Hogan continues to battle. This will be at least an 8-pitch at-bat. We're approaching the 2-hour mark for this game. The 2-2 delivery. Curveball swung on, popped up foul once again and out of play. Young kid getting a workout chasing all the foul balls there. And as Jack Lynch, the home plate umpire, was out of baseballs, and you can see why. Two balls, 2 strikes. The count remains with 2 down. The pitch, curveball outside, so now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 10th pitch of the at-bat upcoming to Hogan. A 5-5 game here in the 6th. The 3-2 delivery up the middle, past the diving second baseman into center for a base hit. Meyer coming to the plate. He's going to score. The throw gets by the catcher, Flack, and Hogan moves up to second. It's a 6-5 lead for Decorah. Brandon Hogan with one heck of an at-bat. A 10-pitch at-bat. Finally found a pitch he liked and got a single to center with 2 outs to score Dawson Meyer. Decorah has now scored 5 of their 6 runs with 2 outs. A 6-5 lead for the Vikings. And Ian Smith will try to come up with a crooked number in the line score for Decorah as the pitch goes outside to Ian. 1 ball, no strikes. Ian up 3 times but does not have an official at-bat yet. 2 walks and a sacrifice. One of those walks came with the bases loaded. Swinging a foul back off the bat of Ian. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One and one on Ian Smith. The pitch, a little low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 the count. The pitch swung on a fly ball towards right field. A late break from Reinke. He dives after it. He can't get it. Rounding third, coming to the plate will be Benelli. He will score on the Smith 2-out base knock, and Decorah takes a 7-5 lead. Reinke appeared to be under that ball, dove at the last second, but couldn't get there. And another 2-out run for the Vikings. 6 of the 7 have come with 2 outs, and Cam Korsnes will look to keep it going. Hosting will run out at second base for Ian Smith, who just got his first knock of the night. Korsnes is 0 for 1, flew out to left in the first, and was hit by a pitch in the 3rd and the 5th. Up again here in the 6th. The pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Hosting off of second. The pause by Brennan and the pitch. Taken up. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One and 1 with 2 down. A look back at second in the 1-1. Taken low. Now 2 balls and 1 strike on Korsnes. Keohawks will have the bottom third of their order due in the 6th inning. Ryan Thorsten warming up in the bullpen should Hogan get into any trouble in the sixth. Thorsten started at third base and left the game to warm up as Blooper goes into shallow left field. Backing up is Carroll, but he dropped the ball at shortstop. Hosting's going to score from second. And an 8-5 lead now for the Vikings. Korsnes had a blooper. Carroll retreated on it and couldn't quite get there. A 3 spot here in the sixth for Decorah. And Joe Kanoki will look to keep it going. He's been on base twice. A 2-out RBI single in the third, and he walked in the fifth. As the pitch in there for a strike, it's 0-1. Oh, 1 up. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Kanoki. So a 3 spot here in the fifth. Vikes have scored in every frame. Kee High scored all their 5 at the bottom of the first. 1-1 swung on, popped up as the runner went. It's on the infield. Carroll, the shortstop, is under it, and he will make the catch to retire the side. 3-run score on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left. We are 5.5 innings complete. It's an 8-5 lead for Decorah. An 8-5 lead for Decorah. They trailed at one time 5-1 in this game. They came from behind to win game number 1 as well, 9-6. Lewis Peters, the third baseman, swings and misses at the first offering. No balls and 1 strike. Peters has struck out twice against Hogan, who has struck out 11 on the night. Only given up 4 hits and 2 earned runs. As that one fouled by Peters. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Walliser and Brennan will follow here in the sixth. It's the bottom third of the order for the Kee Hawks. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch swung on and missed. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Peters. He goes down for the 3rd time, becoming the 12th victim of Hogan. 1 down, nobody on for Ethan Wallister. RBI. Fielder's choice in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Hogan delivers, and the first pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Officially 5 hours since we started game 1. The 1-0 outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. But where else would you rather be? One ball, 1 strike, and the pitch bunted in the air, first base side. Diving catch made by Brandon Hogan, who got off the hill quickly and was able to make the play for the 2nd out of the inning. A little too much pop on the bat from Walliser. And Hogan was able to make the play for the 2nd out in the inning, and Danny Brennan will be the batter. Brennan has struck out twice. This is the now pitcher against pitcher matchup. Brennan looks at a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1. An early swing and a foul ball off the bat of Brennan. Got around early enough. That one might end up in the Mississippi. No balls, 2 strikes the count. 8-5 Decorah, bottom of the 6th. And the 0-2 delivery, outside corner, strike 3 called. And that will be strikeout number 13 for Hogan. And he has now set down 8 batters in a row. We go to the 7th. It's an 8-5 lead for Decorah. It's an 8-5 lead for Decorah. Vikings have scored in every frame. Kee Hawks led 5-1 after 1. But the little by little Decorah kept coming back. They've scored 1 in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and scored 3 in the 6th inning. Trevor Phillips in the 5th inning tied the game with a sacrifice fly to score Andrew Benelli. A courtesy runner for Ryan Hogan. No balls and 1 strike count in the pitch. Grounded towards third. Fielded at third by Peters. And he'll throw on to first base to retire Phillips. 1 down here in the inning. 1 down, nobody on for Cole Minks, who's 0 for 3 with a walk in this game. Multiple hit games in this one to Brandon Hogan. He's the only Viking with multiple hits, as Vikings have 7 on the night. Minks looks at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The Kee Hawks will have the top of their order up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Minks was on base 4 of 5 times in game number 1. Pitch swung on, fouled back. Off the bumper on 2 hops of a minivan. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8-5 Decorah looking for their second come-from-behind win in as many games tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch swung on, fly ball center field. Underneath it is Kelch, who will make the catch. Kelch had him played darn near perfectly. That's the second out here in the 7th inning. 2 down in the inning. And the batter is Gabe Varney. Varney 1 for 4, had a 2-out RBI hit in the 2nd inning. Again, the thing you like the most offensively here in game number 2, 7 of the 8 runs have come with 2 outs. And offensively, putting 19 hits on the board in a doubleheader, you'll definitely be happy with that. Grounded towards first, bobbled there by Flack. It caroms towards the second baseman, Clay Olson. Olson couldn't corral it either. And on an E3, Varney will reach. So a runner at first and 2 down for Dawson Meyer. Meyer's been on base 3 times tonight. Walked and scored in the first, grounded to short in the second, reached on an error in the fourth, singled and scored in the 6th. As the pitch goes up, it's 1 ball, no strikes. Brennan with the pause, the 1-0. In there for a strike, it's 1-1. I believe the Kee Hawks are at Maquoketa Valley tomorrow night. On the East Coast, you can almost say tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Runner goes, pitch swung on, a fly ball deep towards left field. Retreating is the left fielder, Ethan Walliser, and he will make the catch to retire the side. Well, 1 error, 1 left. Vikes will look to close it out next. They lead it by an 8-5 margin. An 8-5 lead for Decorah going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Kee Hawks scored 5 in the first, but Brandon Hogan has held them scoreless since that time as the pitch goes high to Logan Flack. 1 ball, no strikes. Logan 2 for 3 in this game. Has 4 of the 9 hits on the night for the Kee Hawks as the pitch goes high. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Thanks for still logging on to us at KDECradio.com tonight as we went past the 10 o'clock hour to stay on the air. As Hogan throws high, it's 3 balls and no strikes. Ryan Thorsten is loosening up in the bullpen should Hogan get into any trouble. Wanted to see Coach O perhaps making a move until the tying run would come to the plate. 3-0 delivery taken all the way is Flack for a strike. It's 3-1. 5 of the first, but nothing beyond that for the Kee Hawks. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Swung on a fly ball towards left field. Retreating is Cole Minks. He's underneath it near the fence. Lunges back, and he corralled it. Might not have been fundamentally correct. Might not have been the prettiest thing in the world, but somehow the ball ended up in Cole Minks' glove. A little bit of excitement, and all it looks like in the scorebook is an F7. And that's all that matters. 1 down, nobody on for Micah Reinke. Reinke will look at a strike, nothing in 1. 8-5 Decorah. They won game 1 9-6. 0-1 Foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Ian Smith, and it's 0-2 now. Hogan with 12 strikeouts to go along with his 4 walks, but he hasn't walked anybody since the second. The pitch, a little outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. In fact, since that second inning, a Flack infield single has been the only blemish on his record. 1-2, ground ball toward short. Dawson Meyer will field there, but he bobbles it, and the runner will be on. It'll be the 3rd error of the game for Decorah as Meyer allows Reinke to reach. A runner at first with 1 down. And Clay Olson will be the batter. And Olson looks at a strike, 0-1. Decorah looking for their second to come from behind win here tonight. As the pitch outside corner with the fastball taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Hogan ready. The 0-2 delivery, ground ball towards first, and that's going to be a foul ball. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Still on Clay Olson. Nothing and 2. The count remains on Clay Olson, and here's a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Ian Smith. And that's the 13th strikeout for Brandon Hogan. 2 down in the inning, and Casey Carroll will be the batter. Hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, scored in the first, walked in the second, and struck out looking in the 5th. As the pitch goes high, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. A little bit low, 2 balls and no strikes to count. 2-0 with 2 down. The 2-0 delivery, fisted foul, right side and out of play. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Carroll. A lead at first by Reinke. And the pitch swung on and a pop-up foul, third base side and out of play. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. (8-5) Decorah. They've scored in every inning except the 7th. They have kept the Kee Hawks off the board since a 5-run Kee Hawk first. 2-2 with 2 down. The pitch. Ooh, just missed the outside edge, and now we're full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes 3-2, swinging a fly ball deep left field. Minks retreating. He is under it. He lunges back. He can't get there. Rounding third and scoring is Reinke on the double by Casey Carroll, and now the tying run will come to the plate. Reinke scores on the RBI double by Carroll. And Brock Flack will be the batter in an 8-6 Decorah lead. Flack representing the tying run. Swing and a miss from Flack. No balls and 1 strike. Flack an RBI single. Run scored in the first. Struck out swinging in the second. And lined out to center in the 5th. Swing and a miss again from the right arm of Hogan. It's 0-2. Vikes 1 strike away from victory. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the 0-2 delivery is up. Missed on the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, two, swinging a foul away. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Or rather, 1-2, the count remains. Hogan ready, the 1-2 delivery, a curveball taken up. And now we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 delivery. Swinging a foul right back to the protective netting behind home plate. So Brock Flack staying alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. The 2-2. Fly ball deep left center field. Retreating is Gabe Varney. He is at the fence. He makes the catch, and that's a Viking victory. Brock Flack gave it a ride, but Varney able to run it down right at the fence in left center field. 9-6 win for Decorah in game 1, an 8-6 win for Decorah here in game number 2. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday night at New Hampton.